When you're asked to leave, you have to leave.
You had no right to put your hands on me.
If you don't
Did
leave,
I hit you? Did I try to hit you? Did I even put my hands up to hit you? No. No. We go. It's fine.
Did you leave?
It's
I know.
God got it.
And even better, the sergeant.
God got it. God got
does have it.
And that right there worked.
It's on.
So why you hit me? Why you push me like that?
When you're asked to leave.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. Freedom of speech. I can say what I want to say. And all the motherfuckers that sitting up there and open their mouths. So I hope it was worth it. Because you had no right to put your hands on me. Like you did.
So, Sarge, just background.
No. Listen.
Okay.
I came here Friday.
I'm going to go at 10:15 with her when the unit gets here, though.
My baby ain't been to school for a week and a half. I had a meeting with her. I told her, she told me she was going to call me back. Friday. I talked to her. Me and her talking. She never called me. My baby gonna miss a whole week and a half, a week and a day out of school. So I come in here and I'm talking to her. I told her, y'all just with the bullshit. I can say that, right? She gets mad, she calls him. He come in there, like I told him, you don't know what happened, you don't know what's going on. The principal, Miss Brown, whoever the hell she was. I said, you don't know what's going on, right?
Are you talking quiet or are you going loud?
I was talking loud, whatever. We was in the room, but she walked out the room when she called him, right? Okay. He tells me to leave.
No, I didn't.
You asked me to leave. I said,
The principal asked her to leave, and then I asked her to
so
leave.
what did you do to me?
And then she refused to leave.
Okay,
She stood there on her phone. So I pushed you out the door.
You pushed me, man. You did more than push me.
It's on camera.
That man pushed me like I wasn't nobody. He fell hugging me and throwing me and shit. And I couldn't put my hands up the whole time.
Alright guys, this one kicks off inside a school, but it turns tense almost immediately. A parent shows up demanding answers about why her child has been out for over a week, and the frustration is already boiling over before anyone can calm the room down. What should have been a hard conversation turns into a standoff the second she refuses to leave when ordered. In her mind, she is standing up for her child. In the school's eyes, she has crossed a line, and once that line is crossed, the entire situation starts sliding fast toward chaos.
My hands just like this. You know what I'm saying? The way he did me was up. And he got that body cam. I want y'all to run it because he had to use the force that he did.
I'll watch it. So when the principal asked you to leave, why didn't you leave first?
Who? Because she was waiting on Mr. Henry to come.
Who's that?
The other man. Some other guy.
What's his role?
I don't know what he is.
He's a success coach, but she said no meeting with Mr. Henry, nothing.
Because why?
It doesn't matter.
Because you shouldn't have put your hands on me. It's force. You know what I'm saying? It's force. I understand you can use force. What he did?
What I'm asking is this.
What did he do? Was up what he did, sir. And guess what? I'm going higher. He got the body cam on. I had my hands up the whole time. I ain't put my hands on him or nothing. He didn't have to use that force. He grabbed me, threw me out the door. 2 times.
So when they were asking you to leave repeatedly,
Man, listen.
why didn't you just walk out?
Listen, what you gonna give me for trouble?
I'm asking you.
I was gonna leave, but I wasn't gonna leave because he said get out. The way he told me to move like I was a dog. I ain't going nowhere, no damn dog.
The way you didn't like the way they.
Yes, he didn't have to do that. What you did? Tell him what you said. Get out.
So you were gonna stand your ground until.
I wasn't gonna stand. I'm talking to her. This is something that he don't even know nothing about. That's the thing that get me, sir. They have meetings.
You're not letting me talk.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to answer the question.
What was the question?
So the question is 2 people asked you to leave, and you didn't like the way they said it, so you were going to stand your ground until what happened?
It wasn't nothing. I was leaving. I was gonna leave, but he put his hands on me.
So you felt like he put his hands on you too soon?
He had no right to put his hands on me at all. Look at the cam.
I will.
When you gonna do that?
Your side of the story.
My side of the story. Yeah, he said, get out. Hell, y'all felt some type of way about that. How you gonna talk to me like that? Ain't no damn dog.
That was Miss Brown.
No, him.
What did Miss Brown say?
Man, Miss Brown on the bullshit. She ain't even saying nothing. She sitting up there thinking the shit funny. And it ain't. It's not nothing funny about it. I come up here to the school.
Why hasn't your child been?
You tell me.
I'm asking you. We'll know.
As the supervisor steps in, the parent unloads everything at once. The missed calls, the ignored follow-up, the school transfer confusion, and the feeling that nobody cared until things exploded. She insists the officer had no right to lay hands on her, repeating that she never swung, never threatened, never gave them a reason to get physical. But the question coming back at her is brutal and simple. If you were told to leave, why didn't you leave? That is where this whole confrontation hardens. Not around feelings, not around fairness, but around that one decision to stay planted.
You tell me. He went to the school, he came to the school, he got in a little trouble.
What was the trouble?
He had gotten some trouble last year. So they sent him to another school, which was an alternative school. The alternative school released him from the alternative school, and they put him, that he was supposed to be coming back to this school. They really don't want him at this school. Okay, I get it. But my baby ain't
Going 10-15, I'm just letting her plead her case to the sergeant.
I came in though on him because that's what the paper said. The school that he zoned in. This the school that he was zoned in. But this was the school that he
So
got
you
in
were
trouble.
trying to enroll.
Yeah.
She about to catch a felony.
And they were not allowing it
Catch a
to?
felony because trespass on school
I came
grounds.
in, tried to get
She need to
him
just
go.
leave.
Some came up, they was trying to get him to chalk. Another carver. Mm-hmm. Put your hand.
Want me to hold on or?
Ooh, Jesus. Man. What? I ain't do nothing that bad. You trespass me. But you put your hands on me, man. The way you put your hands on me, you gonna get what's coming to you, man. God gonna fix that thing. Y'all is so corrupt, man. You had no right putting your hands on me like you did. Throwing me like I ain't shit. Throwing me like I ain't nobody. But for you to put your hands on me like you did, and you think that shit funny. Okay.
Who's laughing?
Man, you told me to get out like I was a dog. You told me to get out like I was a dog. And I say no.
You're
You
absolutely.
grabbed me. You threw me out the doors. You threw me.
Then the deeper story starts coming out. Her child had prior school trouble, had been moved, and was supposed to return, but now she believes the school is dragging its feet and shutting him out. To her, this is not just a policy issue. This is her child's future being toyed with while officials sit behind desks and pass responsibility around. That sense of disrespect lights the fuse even more. She keeps circling back to one thing. She came there for answers, and instead of getting help, she says she got shoved, dismissed, and treated like she was nothing. At that point, the argument is no longer cooling off. It is detonating in slow motion.
And I'm 250, man. You took me like I was a piece of paper and threw me. I had my hands up the whole time. I never hit you and nothing.
I didn't see you.
Unusual for me. I'm telling you, it's unusual for me.
I'm glad you restrained yourself.
You had no right to do that shit to me, man. Period. And you know you did. But you can get away. You think you're getting away. You might get away, but you won't get by. You might get by, but you won't get away. Because I'm going high on this one. Putting your hands on me like you did. It's all good.
I wouldn't go to God.
It's all, what you say?
I said I wouldn't go to God.
Why not? He the one
Goes
to deal with you.
goes both ways.
This is the right. I can say what I want to say out my mouth. I ain't disrespecting nobody. I told her she with the bullshit. She know what the hell she did. She a principal. And she doing little side hand shit. So I came up here wondering why my baby ain't in school. I don't know if you ain't got no kids, but I got mine. And they need an education. My baby 14. He had issues, but he trying to do right. Stop looking at what a mother did behind and look what they doing ahead. And you put your hands on me. You literally just did me any kind of way. And you know you did. And if they don't do nothing about it, I'm going higher. Because you had no right to do that.
Ma'am, why are you still yelling? Why are you
Because I'm upset. I can't talk.
Well, grown adult.
Okay.
Are you able to calm down?
Well, okay, that's fine.
Thank you.
Okay.
Folks, you're not.
Okay, we're gonna take you down to.
For what?
Don't turn away from me.
What you taking me to jail for?
Actually, for trespass.
Okay, you can trespass me, but you taking me to jail for trespassing?
Just relax. Yes.
Wow, you ain't take him to jail for putting his hands on me.
I watched the video.
Okay, so you see how he put his hands on me?
The officer and supervisor try to push the conversation back toward order, but the parent is too fired up to let it go. She says the way she was spoken to mattered, that she was talked to like an animal, not like a mother trying to defend her child, and that humiliation becomes the emotional engine driving every word after that. The officers, meanwhile, are focused on compliance, not emotion. They are not arguing about her anger. They are arguing about her refusal. That is the split that defines this entire encounter. One side is speaking from outrage, the other from authority, and neither side is giving an inch.
I did.
Why?
I'm gonna grab your phone.
Why?
So you don't drop it.
You
Okay.
refused to listen to.
Okay, but this the thing. Listen. This the thing. She said leave, okay?
Yeah, I'm saying-
He didn't, but listen, but he didn't say go ahead and leave. Come on, man. These things too tight, man.
Okay,
Come
we'll
on,
get you
y'all
another
should do
set.
it, man.
You can adjust them.
What you taking to jail for?
I just told you.
Trespassing?
Trespass.
And what?
Probably resist.
Resisting for what?
For resisting for what you were doing.
I didn't come up, but he put his hands on me, man.
He had to put his hands on you because you wouldn't leave.
Okay, but come on, man. Oh yeah, listen. Come on, okay. What am I buying, man?
We won't know that. No. Booking won't know that.
This shit crazy.
Only that much. It's a misdemeanor.
But I'm just saying, what you charging me with a misdemeanor fuck when I ain't doing that? You could just give me a verbal warning.
Well, I just explained.
Okay, but why are you taking me to jail, man? Okay.
Trustworthy.
How is a trespass after warning? That's not no trespass in the warning. Listen, okay, but he say leave, but the officer have to trespass me. Once the officer trespass me, what you mean?
That's how it goes. So if I tell you to leave and you refuse,
Okay,
listen to me.
but he could have still just gave me a citation.
Okay, listen to me.
And he don't put his hands on me like that? No.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay. He's a school resource officer, so he has to maintain the security of this school. Okay. So you
But
can't
he
sit.
did?
You want to let me finish?
But go ahead.
I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with what he did. We are where we are. What I'm saying is, if he tell you to leave, that's it. Right there, boom. Okay, yes, sir. I'll deal with it later. That's how you handle it. What you
Why he put his hands
you're not
on
listening
me?
to me. You're not listening to me.
Okay.
There's cause and effect.
Okay.
All right.
That's-
He told you to leave, and cause you didn't leave, he had to effectively remove you. That's how that goes. You can't just say no. I ain't leaving. You can't do that. How you think?
Did you see how he put his hands on me?
Damn, what's the alternative?
Okay.
To just sit there and argue with you all day?
No, listen. Look, I ain't going nowhere.
I'm not worried about you.
Look, but I'm just saying, why you got these damn so tight?
I don't want you to fall.
Listen, I ain't gonna fall. What I'm saying is this. Listen. Okay, I did it. But the way he put his hands on me,
Because
that's enough.
what?
Then comes the turning point. The supervisor makes it clear she is going to jail for trespass and resisting, and the parent cannot believe that is where this is headed. She keeps insisting there should have been a warning, a citation, some lesser step before cuffs. But the response is cold and direct. Once you are told to leave school property and refuse, the consequence is already in motion. The supervisor explains it like cause and effect, almost mechanical, but for the parent, that explanation means nothing because she is still locked on the force used against her. In her mind, the real offense happened the moment hands were put on her.
That's enough for my damn punishment.
Because you refuse to do what?
Okay, Lee, okay. You
Okay,
can say, okay,
so
Lee,
that's
don't
how-
come back to the school. Okay? That's
What
fine.
we're trying to avoid in the future is blowouts out of
And I ain't gonna be no blowout at no
trying
school.
to have functions with children.
That's true.
Right. So we have to be able to control our emotions to where we can have conversation. You may not like what the other person has to say, but we still have to not have a blow up. And if they ask you to leave, just leave.
Okay.
Okay? All right? But for right now, it's a misdemeanor charge. Maybe you'll work yourself out in court. Right? You're calming down now. Okay? Let's keep that going. Let's keep it just the misdemeanor, and we'll be done with it.
My thing is,
Okay?
so he ain't do nothing wrong. The way he put his hands on me and I had my hands up in him.
Well, you're refusing to leave. He has the right to put his hands on you, control you, and make sure you leave.
Control me, yeah, if I had my hands, if I was trying to fight back. I did.
You refuse to leave. That's enough
Okay.
to take you in custody.
All right.
Okay?
I need my phone.
I got it right here, dude. Like I said, I don't want it to drop or fall out of your hand, all right?
Call, I need to call with one more number. Yeah. Hey, Mika. Hey, I came to the school, had a little issue with the principal in school. They told me to leave. Me and the officer, I'll talk to you later about it. But they taking me to Orange Road.
Stop lying.
Man, what the hell I'm lying for? I don't play games like that. You know I don't play.
You is just like a TikTok thing.
Would you tell him? Can you tell him I'm going to jail?
Trespass at the
Let me
one.
talk. Let me talk to the police.
He right there.
I'm here, ma'am.
This is unreal.
I know, right?
Unreal. FaceTime me so I can see.
Can you hit FaceTime? Girl, can you hit FaceTime on that? That shit ain't funny.
It ain't even funny.
Now what you can do is come get me.
By the final stretch, the energy drops just enough for the reality to settle in. The shouting gives way to frustration, the cuffs stay on, and the officers try to get her to focus on calming down before the charge becomes anything worse. Even then, she refuses to let go of the central point, that she was wronged first, and everything after that came from being handled with force instead of respect. As she calls family and explains she is being taken in, the scene ends not with resolution, but with bitterness hanging in the air. What started as a mother demanding answers ends with a criminal charge, a public breakdown, and a brutal reminder of how fast conflict can spiral when anger, authority, and pride collide in the same room.